times over the weekend, Ferran Torres' backheel volley. I just wondered if you could maybe talk us through the difficulty of executing.
És que no
Sobre el partit de Ferran,
Sí,
de
I
l'explicació del
didn't
gol.
I didn't hear you, Benny.
Okay, I'll start. I'll do that again. I think my internet connection is playing up. Can you hear me a bit better now?
Now, yeah.
Right. Yeah, it was just I've seen it rerun so many times over the weekend. Ferran Torres' backheel volley. I just wondered if you could take us through the difficulty of being able to execute that kind of skill, and also given the goals that he scored at the weekend, is he someone that you've always seen as having the talent and the instinct of a natural goal scorer?
The goal was so nice, difficult execution, absolutely a skill, talent action, and yeah, in the training session, always had the ability when he's in front of the goal. He's a good finisher. He's a guy who has a good finisher. The pace and the quality and the decision making is always good.
On the possibility of him then playing more regularly as a number 9, what kind of conversations have you had with him, and how enthusiastic is he about the prospect of maybe taking on that role more regularly, even perhaps on a permanent basis?
It's 3 games left to the end of the season, so, and after you have to finish. So we use him in that position because in a quite long period of the season, Gabriel and Sergio were injured, and some games we need the proper striker, and we use him, and he did it well. And his position is a winger, of course, but it's an alternative that we have. So that's all. Like Phil Foden can play in the wingers, like a striker as well, like attacking midfielder. So Joao Cancelo can play in both sides, right and left, can play in the middle. So yeah, we have players that can play in different positions, and Ferran is one of them.
And 2 games to go, Pep, before obviously the Champions League final. How would you sum up the mood within your camp at the moment?
Really good. Really good. They train really well, and everybody's focused. Everyone is focused, and yeah, good.
How well does that bode then as well? The fact that the focus is there, ready. How well does that bode for the Champions League final?
Listen, for all the people, we are here. Never before we played the final Champions League before. So just for the fact everyone is focused, you don't have to say anything. So differently would be after win the Premier League, we have just 2 or 3 games left, and after, yeah, the people could drop, but the people know have to maintain the rhythm to play the final in the best condition as possible, and to play the final best condition as possible is training good and play good. It's the only way we know, and that's why everyone, the day off, the people relax, and when we are here to training, we spoke to train as usual we do, to arrive in the, in the game, Brighton game, Everton game, and the final Champions League, the best as possible.
Simon Stone.
Hi, Pep. Does the fact that Chelsea have got to play these big games to try and get into the Champions League, does that help them or help you? Because I know you're trying to get in a rhythm, but you don't need to risk anybody who might be slightly injured.
Simon, I don't know, because I'm not aware. I will not be in the locker room from Chelsea, so all I'm concerned is in what we have to do in these 2 games, in these 10-12 days before the final, to prepare these 2 games in the final as best as possible. So I don't know. It's not my business, and they know exactly is better or not.
And are you kind of planning for the Champions League final now? Is your training geared towards the Champions League final and the games come in between, or you literally grind on from each game to each game?
No, the focus is we will have 6 days to prepare the final after Everton game, so that will go in the details, and now is prepare the Brighton game like we have done all season. Like the best way you prepare Brighton, you are working to prepare the best as possible the final. So I'm pretty sure we cannot prepare the final of the Champions League if we don't prepare well and we are not ready in the Brighton Everton games. So, but it's just focus. I didn't speak 1 second about Chelsea. We spoke because it's enough to talk about Brighton today on the pitch, and tomorrow we are going to play a game to win again, and it is the best way to arrive to the final. And the last 5-6 days we'll be more focused on what we have to do to play against Chelsea.
Thank you.
Mandy Henry.
Hi there, Pep.
Hi.
Hi, I'm just wondering your team news. Is Kevin De Bruyne any closer to fitness?
Yeah, he's training last 2 days, and he feels good.
And for you, we saw fans back at the FA Cup final at the weekend. So how much are you looking forward to playing your remaining games back in front of the fans?
Yeah, that's good. Tomorrow we play with fans, Brighton fans, and last game we will leave the trophy with our fans in Etihad. And the final as well. So it's nice to make the aperitif, hopefully, for the next season.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Fred Caldeira.
Hi, Pep. I wonder how has been this past week or so for you, because we're living this very rare, if not unique situation of not getting the pressure for results because you are already the Premier League champions, but you have the most special game possible, the Champions League final ahead of you. How have you been?
No, we spoke day off, try to forget them. I told them the forget the football and enjoy privately and with your family or friends being champion. And also we spoke when we arrive here in the training session, come back in routine and be focused and strong what you have to do to prepare. Still have 11 days. They train really good. But they start, of course the game against Newcastle, the people were more relaxed. But now, today I saw the team after 2 days off, so focused and we are going to to play this game, the next one, and prepare the final. So I don't have any doubts that people are incredible commit and ready to do what you have to do to win the 3 games that still we have.
Dominic Farrell.
Hi, Pep. You okay?
Hi.
When you won the league at Brighton a couple of years ago, Riyad Mahrez scored a really important goal that day, but he was in and out of the team then. He's probably now one of the really key players this season. Could you talk a bit about how the team has adapted to Riyad and Riyad has adapted to the team over that time and how he's progressed?
Yeah, every player has to add the team and the team to the quality of the player. So it's a common relation or this normal relation between players and the team. But Riyad always was a good level. Maybe in the beginning didn't play much in the first season because we have a structure already done with Leroy, with the other one, but step by step he regained his position and lately he has been playing really good. So, and hopefully he can maintain this level until the end of the season and next season.
That improvement in like second and third seasons for particularly for your attackers seems to happen quite a lot. When you look at what Ferran Torres did last Friday, it's obviously exciting for you the next season, next 2-3 seasons with him. How good can he be?
Listen, the players teams are not a stable. I would say a stable situation. There is up and downs in all the players. So the mood of the players always counts. Sometimes Ferran was in incredible mood when he arrived. In one period he was sad and upset with the world, with many situations, and that's why he didn't play good. When he changed his mind and he was open and he started to smile again, always he played good. And the football sometimes depends of the mood and the confidence of the players. We try to help them, but depends on them. So you can complain or you can move forward all the time. And the guys who move forward and they are positive, always the football reward you. Always, you pay off. But when you start to complain all the times, the train come over you and another guys will take your position. In football, don't wait. So If you are not in the right moment, there will be another guy like will take your position. The manager as well, and the CEOs, but CEOs know, but the sport directors and everyone. So we as a business, we have to good results, and it depends on everyone. So and that's why when you are positive, the guys always are playing good. There is no doubt about that.
Last question before the embargo, Ian Parker.
Hi Pep, you mentioned that De Bruyne is back in training. How important is it, even as he's managing this injury, just to get him some game time in these last two league games before the final?
Kevin is important, like everyone is important. The final, the fighter, when we are able to stick together and we are able to push each other, will be possible to win it. So of course Kevin is important. Everybody knows it, but everyone is in the same level, and we will see how is his level for the next games. He's fit and ready mentally to play the game. We will see.
And obviously Scott Carson played on Friday. Have you made a decision with regards to the goalkeepers for the next?
Yeah.
For the two league games, will we see Zach Steffen play?
Ederson is going to play the next two games.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, let's go with the embargo section for 10:30 this evening. We start with Jonathan Smith.
Hi Pep.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask how Sergio Aguero was. Is he fit?
Had niggles. It's a little bit disturbing in his leg, in his muscular. I think it's abductor, but it's not big issue. But still, is not fit.
Obviously, the last game of the season is going to be fans at the Etihad. Are you hoping that he will
I
play
hope.
some part in that?
I hope so. I hope so.
Is there a doubt he might have played his last game for the club? Do you think?
He felt something before the Newcastle game. Today still is not fit, and hopefully against Everton will be ready to play.
Jack Gunn.
Hi, you said recently, a couple of times over the last couple of weeks, that you're expecting changes this summer. Just wonder what sort of summer you were expecting. Is it going to be a busy one? Does the squad need freshening up?
Jack is.
Last year, or?
It's not time to talk about that. I'm sorry. So it's so nice what we have ahead of us, and when we finish, we're going to sit with the club, with Chiqui, and we're going to take the decisions we have to take.
So you kind of not thinking about it until?
No. The club is working on that. I need everyone to push, and it's so important that we have, to celebrate the Premier League together and play the final Champions League. So now is not moment, but every season there are changes. And I think will be, I don't know, 0, 1, 10, I don't know, because the market is so difficult for everyone. But right now, I need everyone to be focused what we have to do, and the players are the first to know exactly what we are playing for, and they are incredible focus what you have to do.
Are you a little bit more relaxed about it this year though, because the team's been so good for 4 or 5 months and everyone's been playing at a really high level? It feels a little bit different to what it did last year when you were talking that it needs a refresh.
No, the quality of players are there. So we will talk at the end of the season. There are players that accept one typical situation in the team, and there are other ones that don't accept it. And when don't accept, sometimes don't play. You can sustain it for one season, for a short period. For a long period, is impossible. And in that position, we have to change. And that is what we will see at the end of the season. We're talking with them, and we'll be clear. They will be clear, and we'll decide the best for the players, especially for the players. I'm not taking for that, because there are players that when you arrive one level, when you arrive in one position, you accept one position, but you reach another level, and after you drop a little bit this level, we have to change it. But sometimes possible, sometimes done. Is that we want to see next season it's going to happen. So that's why it happen few, it happen a lot, it happen 0, but we'll see.
Thank you.
Gideon Brooks, please.
Okay. With the sort of 2 weeks that you've got coming up and the 2 games before the Champions League final, you're sort of aware of players being extra nice to you or laughing more at your jokes in order to get a place in the team?
They listen a little bit more, yeah.
I suppose on a serious point.
No, it's not serious. Well, it's so serious what you say. So they are not stupid. They want to play, and that's why they are so nice to me. The moment I'm going to make a selection, they will be normally who they are. So grumpy and upset with me. That's normal.
But in your previous Champions League finals, do you find it difficult to leave people out? How does that affect relationships?
Yeah, always was difficult. But in the previous, I remember the start 11 in Barcelona was so clear, I would say, so defined. Here we rotate a lot and everybody can play. So because still right now I'm not clear the way we're going to play and with who we're going to play. So that's why I have to take a look these 10 days, 11 days, and after we take the decision.
Thank you.
Rob Dawson.
Hi, Pep. When you've got a player like Sergio who's been at the club for so long and he's coming to the end of his time with the club, but you've also got a huge final coming up as well. Is there room for any kind of emotion as a manager when you pick your team? Because obviously it would be a fairy tale for him to start that game, or do you have to be very, very cold in the way that you make those decisions?
Right now he's injured, so now it's not. He would be fit. I would say I would be cold. I have to take a decision the best to win that game. So I have to be and I believe Sergio being fit as a helper is going to play. So that's for sure. So he's going to help us to score a goal, he's going to play. But it's a final Champions League. I have to take a decision the best for win that game.
Paul Hurst.
Hi Pep. You said earlier that some players kind of accept being out of the starting 11 easier than others. Is that kind of the hardest part of your job, telling players of such immense quality that they're not going to play every week?
Every 3 days is a tough job to guys like they are not guys, they're training good, they are good quality, they don't play. I said many times, this is the toughest moment. That's why the relation play as a manager has to be a lot of distance, because you cannot have this closer relation, because you have to take decisions that take part in his careers, and sometimes I am unfair to them, but it's what it is. So I don't have another solution. That's why they are lucky. I find a manager that rotates a lot, that the last maybe 1 or 2 months, every game change 6, 7, 8 players. So in this situation is I would say I was generous with them, but even with that they don't understand it. They want to play all the games every day, and especially the important ones. And yeah, it's tough, but it's what it is.
And with Kevin, is he fit enough to travel with you tomorrow
Yeah.
to Brighton?
Yeah, he's going to travel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Last question, Paul Bayus.
Bona tarda, Pep. Et volia preguntar perquè aquest any fa 10 anys que la final que va guanyar a Wembley quan entrenaves al Barça. Pel què i pel com va ser, com es recorden aquest tipus de victòries quan passen ja uns quants anys com ara?
És bon, que vols que et digui, és un bon record, indubtablement és un bon record. És una final contra l'United, la primera teníem molt més problemes, aquesta vam arribar molt més forts i en general vam fer un partit extraordinari i en un bon estadi, que grans records, guanyar una nova Champions i com ho vam fer-ho, contra qui vam fer-ho, sempre són bons records.
Thank you all very much.
That's it.